So it's Sunday night, and I'm grading students on Sunday night. I'm grading undergraduate students in economics and various programs of study, as well as master's level students. And so as many of you know, I'm active in my dissertation for my PhD. So I'm an active researcher and all of that. And I teach and I'm grading, and I've been teaching since 2010. That was when I taught my first course. So roughly 15 years. And before that, for about 5 years, I was doing like teaching assistantships for various professors at Central Michigan University, Michigan State University, and elsewhere, Eastern Michigan University as well. So, but I digress. But anyway, so I've been seeing the evolution for a long time. And, there's still a lot of value, even though higher education is very sick, there's still a lot of value. And whereas before AI hit the scene, I saw that most students, just to be honest, this is my anecdotal, opinion here, but my 15 plus years experience, most students didn't really care about being intelligent, and they didn't care about intelligence as much. They didn't really care to get into the area of research, which research and development is one of the single greatest, most misunderstood areas of entrepreneurship. Most people don't know that. There are entrepreneurs in science and the scientific method. Most people don't know that. It's one of the most important aspects of an economy, and a modern economy at that. Most people don't know that. So it's important what I'm about to say, because it's the same problem is there, but it's not that students, the majority of them, in my experience, don't care about being intelligent, like actually intelligent, and don't really respect intelligence and research and new knowledge and asking questions. It's that they're artificially intelligent now, right? So there's an old saying, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. And that's exactly what I mean. So I've been thinking more and more about how students, whether they're undergrads or they're graduate students in the master's program that I teach for, or if they're even doctoral candidates, right? Because it's going to hit that area soon if it hasn't already, are starting to use artificial intelligence, are starting to use AI, like ChatGPT and Grok and others in order to produce their work. Because I'm seeing it, right? And it's got me wondering, okay, what does this mean for the scientific method? That's what I'm wondering about, because the scientific method, again, is critically important to new knowledge and asking questions when it's leveraged properly. It really is a remarkable method for generating new knowledge and research and development, which does spur along all kinds of entrepreneurial investments and endeavors. So the scientific method, if you're not aware, it depends on original thinking. So it really does. That there's a lot of bad science, but there's still good science out there. And the scientific method depends on original thinking. It depends on critical inquiry. It depends on hands-on testing. If students rely too much on AI to do their heavy lifting, it could weaken their ability, to think, to critically think and come up with new ideas on their own. But at the same time, AI could enhance the scientific process. It could help us analyze data much faster. It could help us find patterns in the data that we couldn't find, or maybe would take much longer to find, or even generate a hypothesis or hypotheses, right? It could actually help us to generate hypothesis, okay, that we couldn't have considered, which is great, right? That is fantastic. So the real question is, will we let it be a tool to aid us, or will it be a shortcut that undermines the scientific process altogether? I don't know. I think the jury's still out on that. I think anybody that says they know, um, I don't know. I want to be insulting, but they don't know either, right? Okay, so we'll see. But then there's, the question of knowledge, right? Because, knowledge is essentially, the artifact of the scientific method. It is what's created, is new knowledge. Okay, Bloom's taxonomy for those that are aware. But AI doesn't create new ideas. It synthesizes what's already out there. So if we lean too heavily on it, that will that slow down the creation of actual new information? The danger is that AI just keeps remixing what humans have already done without pushing the boundaries. Okay. So on the flip side, though, by automating repetitive tasks, AI could free us up to focus on bigger, more groundbreaking questions if we use it wisely. AI can actually accelerate innovation, okay, in this sphere, in the scientific sphere. But here's the kicker. AI doesn't have curiosity. It doesn't care about ethics or values, not on its own, okay? It doesn't have the drive to explore the unknown like we do, to boldly go where no man has gone before, for all my Trekkies out there, right? It doesn't have that. So while it can support us, it can't replace us in advancing human knowledge in the scientific method. If we hand over too much to AI without actually or actively participating ourselves, we risk stagnation, much like the economy can risk stagflation. And so progress, and the lights keep changing on me because it's my Christmas lights in my home. Progress depends on humans asking the right questions. Progress in the scientific method is what I mean to say. And using AI to help answer them, that's fine. So in the end, what I'm saying in my experience as a professor is that it's not about AI replacing humans. It's about how we choose to work all alongside it. And if we make it a collaborator rather than a crutch, that's what I'm looking for with my students. I'm looking to see if it's a collaborator or if it's a crutch, because I actually have a policy in my syllabus where I allow full AI usage as long as they cite it properly and as long as they use it in the scientific method properly, and I lay all that out for them. So, we have to use it as a collaborator, not a crutch, so that we'll still be the ones driving scientific innovation forward, engineering innovation forward, all those kinds of things. The challenge is staying engaged, and it's teaching people to question, to critique, to criticize, to falsify hypotheses on their own and build on what AI can do rather than letting it do all the thinking for us. I think a lot of students, because they don't respect intelligence and they're not interested in it, and they're not interested in research and development and its entrepreneurial, contributions. They didn't care before AI and they don't care now. They're still going to use it. So they are artificially intelligent, the ones that are using it in the wrong way. Um, and so it reminds me of that old quote. I love this one. Ignorance can be educated. Drunkenness can be sobered, but stupid lasts forever. Peace. God bless.